producing and marketing the conference via social media. I took the word tools off because I don't like the word tools connected to social media. It's a state of mind, it's a state of being. It's not exactly a tool. So social media is a conversation. An MC Forum social media ecosystem combines conversations taking place on virtual and non-virtual platforms. And the big questions we had for ourselves was, can we make the entire ecosystem work in favor of producing and marketing a conference? These were the objectives. Yes? The business objectives were to bring 200 participants, okay, balanced book, no revenue, no loss. That means something about how this conference was produced, because obviously everything that you're seeing around could not be covered with the price of the tickets that you've paid. So it means something about the ability to work together. A really great event, we'll know that later at the end of the day, and rising brand awareness. The KPIs, the key performance indicators set into this case studies were, for the first two things, are numbers. How many people will come? What are the numbers by the end of the day in the book? A program that people will like, and brand awareness will be measured by clicks, feedback, and media. Our social media objectives were authenticity, participation, and engagement. Today, most case studies in social media still show a lot of numbers, likes, sentiments, all in numbers, yes, visits, impressions, stuff like that. I'll be showing them too. But as we proceed through the years, through social media, these are the three things that are going to become tremendously important. So that's what we wanted to look at. And we would measure them by truthfulness in messages, how people speak on the media, questions, the kind of questions that they ask, comments that they make, the feedback and comments, their presence, their ideas, if they will share ideas with us, and if they will help us and ask us for help. Self-initiated messages done by people who are members on the social media platforms of MC Forum. Will they self-initiate messages and ask for help? So this is how it started. One day we sat in a coffee shop and Batchen said, we need to have a conference. Well, so Batchen said. She most probably said it to a couple of people, otherwise we wouldn't be sitting here. So the couple of people, let's say they're the three people, the three green soldiers you can see over the Facebook logo. And those three people said, okay, Batchen has to take care of MC Forum, so we'll sit together and think what kind of marvelous conference we're going to have. Three of us are, well, three of us are creative people. We have great ideas. We've been to many conferences in our lives, and we sat together in an office and we came up with the ideas that we have no idea. I mean, we have great ideas, but we have no idea what Marcom people really need. We have no idea what Batchen was thinking about. And she was mainly speaking about the feel and touch of the conference. Not very helpful if we need to proceed with work. So we said, okay, we'll have to come back, and we can't ask Batchen what she has in her mind because she still needs to live for a couple of years. We can't perform that kind of surgery. We're going to ask the people. And on the 5th of October, if I'm not, no, November, yes, no, October, we initiated a message on Facebook platform, what do you want? And people started answering, okay? And the next day, or next couple of days, 6 days later, someone said, it's a kind of occupational domain or functional domain that requires a community. So that's what you want, a community. And then it proceeded along. She was asking about venues and locations, morning or afternoons. And then suddenly it dropped. And it became silent on the platforms. And that's because everybody was tremendously busy with a lot of other stuff. But in the background, we already had some ideas. Besides, social media is not only in digital platforms. People were starting to talk between them and talk with בכן and talk with some of the presenters. And a basic idea was constructed and a location was found. And everything had to do with the original intention of the single woman that we could not walk into her mind. But we were asking people like her, Markham, okay? And eventually this entire ecosystem managed to create the entire picture. We have platforms on Facebook and LinkedIn, various websites belonging to the people who present in the forum, the website of MC Forum, word of mouth, yes, newspaper already was involved, launching mailing lists, and the website itself, the B2B insight.co.il, and a lot of word of mouth going on. That's how she found the people who are going to speak today. That's how she got the idea of what you would like to have. That's how the various vendors were selected. Yes, and it's all through conversation, engagement, and authenticity. So, that's how it looks on Facebook Insights. This is when the first message was initiated. And you can see that people were starting to get interested in a way, but suddenly it dropped. And that's because we stopped talking about it. And you can see that low peak and where it started rising again. That's when בכן wrote on the wall in Facebook, "We didn't forget about the conference. I'm just tremendously busy, a little bit too sick, and it's going to be after Hanukkah in a tent in Yakum." And since then, as you can see, the line didn't drop again, because the community was fed again and again with conversations about the conference. I hope we didn't dig into your brain too much. Let's see at some of the other platforms. LinkedIn is a closed group of Markham people mainly. The level of conversation, connectivity, and community is even higher than on Facebook page, because there's a greater amount of trust. So we didn't have to speak that much about the conference there, because many people already know each other and know the people who work with MC Forum. So they got acquainted, and there's a greater level of trust. They helped us with choice of venue, speakers, and content. The brand experience, which I can see, looking at the entire happening, is that there is a greater growing sense of us, which is really what MC Forum is about. Truthfulness in messages, questions and comments. People actually ask things that they would be shy to ask in a different place. That's why the Facebook page enables the possibility of asking a question anonymously. Whether in LinkedIn, you could initiate a question much more easily, feeling more comfortable. And if you don't, so you write בכן, could you ask the question in your name? Yes, בכן has questions all the time, if you've noticed. Not necessarily always initiated by her own brain, but it's in the name of the community. Okay, feedback and comments, presence, ideas, help. People were throwing up ideas. They were volunteering to help in various ways, which I think is tremendously nice, and thank you, all of you. Okay, and there lots of self-initiated messages, especially on the LinkedIn group, showing that people feel comfortable to speak in front of others and to bring their own ideas and bring stuff from outside MC Forum without feeling that they might step in the wrong place, which is also raising a feel of authenticity and trust and security, and that's exactly, most probably, yes, what we're all looking for. So that's how it happened, and if you want the numbers, 60% direct traffic into the B2B Insight website, 10% registration. The rest came from search engines, website, and campaigns. Facebook campaign, just look at the numbers. Facebook campaigns. Okay, 350 people were targeted for this campaign, which is a number of members in MC Forum group. Look how many impressions, Okay, 260 clicks, which are 75% of the targets. 360 entrances, that's because people re-entranced without going through the ad again. Only 5 registrants from that campaign. Okay? From the page itself, yes, 9 registrants without paying a single dollar. So where did all the other people come from? Okay, look at the level of registration if you take the percentage. From LinkedIn, from websites by the different presenters. Okay? Oh, I didn't intend to have this one. This one is the right one. Okay? So most of the registrations for this event were made because people already know MC Forum, know each other. Yes? Going into the website from anywhere was just because, okay, we know, so we decided we want to go, so we'll register. And we'll click in from everywhere we arrive. Yes? What's that? Clicker. Yes. Thank you. Hate technology. Okay. So these, yes, this is what Asaf calls the source. Number of views, percentage of clicks, number of registrations. Okay, until yesterday, 8 o'clock in the evening. Buttons, the top registration buttons were clicked 60%, the bottom ones only 40%. After registration, 50% went back to the program to read it, which is interesting, but we do that all the time. You take a cake you've baked out of the oven, you know it's baked already, and then you stand and watch it, because it's nice to watch it, yes? Even though you know what you've done already. Any other links on the page were hardly clicked. Email, website, nothing. So people came with an intention to already do this. That's the number of people who arrived from mobile, no registrants. Asaf said, you're cowards. And mostly from Israel, 1 from Ireland, 2 from the UK. Registrations. I hope you're here. Okay? So, business objective, number of participants was overmet. Thank you for coming. The book is balanced, I hope. A really great event. We'll know that by the end of the day. Brand awareness for sure.